Colin, walk me through some of your findings.
Yeah, I mean, every year, Alex, we try and step back and think about what are we expecting in the year ahead. And on the top line for electric vehicles, we are expecting a record year of sales. We're expecting around 2.5 million passenger EVs sold around the world. That's about 20% growth. What's kind of interesting is that that's actually slowing down a little bit from the growth rates we've seen in previous years. This last year, 2019, was a little bit flat as well. And that's because we're in this phase of subsidies getting cut. It gets really expensive to subsidize the purchase of electric vehicles beyond the first sort of 3 to 5% of buyers. So we're starting to get into this rocky phase where subsidies are getting pulled out in some places. They still exist in others. So we are still expecting a record year, but probably relatively modest growth rates compared to some of them we've seen over the last 10.
On the other hand, you also found that you've seen battery costs finally really start to come down, and that's key to making the overall price cheaper, which is then key for real adoption. What'd you find?
Yeah, I mean, we've been tracking this stuff for a long time, as you know, going back all the way to 2010, and battery prices are down 87% since then, and it looks like they're going to keep falling. We're expecting another 13% drop from 2019 to 2020 levels. They're going to come in, we think, around $135 a kilowatt hour at the pack level. That's still a ways away from where you need for EVs to be fully upfront, cost competitive without subsidies, but it's certainly getting closer.
The other issue with adoption has been charging stations. You're not going to want to buy it if you're range phobic. Are we going to see the real build out this year?
Yeah, the numbers have been going up really fast as well on this one. So if you go back 2 years, 2018, there's around 600,000 public charging points installed. Last year, at the end of 2019, around 880,000. We think that jumps up to about 1.2 million this year. So the build out is well underway, and there are a lot of groups piling into this. There's everybody from oil and gas companies, utilities, pure play operators, telcos, and of course governments as well, pushing a lot of funding into this. So this part is growing quickly, but there are still big open questions around the optimal location of chargers, the speed of chargers, the right business model, the right way to charge consumers for it. So there's a lot of money being spent, a lot of groups piling in, but still some big questions to be answered.